Welcome to Wednesday Night is Overbooked, the coolest, funniest, most entertaining, not safe space for professional wrestling fans this side of the Mississippi. Of course, we're on all sides of the country, so you never know. It is Wednesday Night is Overbooked. I am your host, Joker Voice, and to my stage right is the fragile, soft, kind-hearted, easily triggered bad takes, who eye patches are not just functional, they are fashionable as well. That is LeftEyeEgo. Ego, how are you, sir?
I heard kind and fashionable, so I'm doing fantastic this evening.
And directly beneath him is our legal expert. It is Duke Devil 95. Bradley Burnett, how are you, sir?
Doing all right. Don't know how much I can really contribute based on what little I was able to see this weekend, but I will try my best.
Yes. And directly below me is the man who loves meat candy. He is the bacon-loving Matt, the unbearable 73. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good. Here in the anus of America, otherwise New Jersey. Supporting my British compatriots with love of bacon and ready for some wrestling.
Yes. And we get some folks in the chat here. Mr. Dempsey, long time no see. How are you, sir? Long time. Welcome back, my friend. Oh, we have our another wrench, Kai. Hello, sir. You're going to be crying tomorrow. Ego fly, Eagles fly. And the bunch of slack-jawed English meatballs around here. Oh, shit. I made the beginning of a stream. Nice. Very cool. And, of course, good friend, Mr. Roman of the Empire, pro wrestling enthusiast, and our other wrench, Mr. Jacob Ironside, is on a stream right now. Fine. He's being a traitor. That's fine. We'll let it slide. So, we had some stuff go down this weekend. Some good, some not so good, and some downright awful. Of course, I'm talking about the premium live event that was. Did I do something wrong here? I did something wrong here. Hang on. Hold on. I didn't share my screen here. Sharing the screen again. I botched something right there. There we go. Okay. And here we have the Clash in Paris, a B-tier premium live event that if I was to give it a grade would be about a C-. I'm assuming, Brad, you did not get a chance to watch most of the show?
I watched most of it, YouTube through highlights, and even some of those were very poor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ego, I know you were supposed to. I know you said you were going to watch it on Monday. How far did you get through this thing?
I saw it. I watched the whole thing.
Really?
Wow. Yeah. And that's kind of the funny thing is like I see why you were hot. I see why you were hot. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll talk about it as we go, but I see why you were hot. I understand.
Matt, your general thoughts.
If this was like a Monday Night Raw or Saturday Night's Main Event or something on Comcast TV, this would have been an okay show. Because there was one match I really enjoyed, and one match that was okay, and the rest was just like.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's just do a quick start right at the beginning of the show, which the match I knew was going to kick off the show because if Roman is not the main event, he's going to open, and that was the original Tribal Chief versus the Tribal Thief. One wears the Ula Fala, one wears the Shula Fala. Roman Reigns versus Big Bronson Reed. I'll let Ego go first. Your thought on this match?
I'm not going to lie. It takes a lot of humility to want to say that I'm a superstar. I've held the championship for almost 1,000 days, but I'm willing to go first to open up.
1,316.
It was 13. My bad. I thought it was 1,013. Yeah, anyone having the belt for that long, over 4 years, but still being humble enough to say, you know what, I don't mind opening up this PLE. I give him props for that. It was fun enough. Roman's to me is doing the baby face turn. I guess to me, it was a fun match. I mean, that's all I say about it. It was a fun match to watch.
Okay.
Like
Brad, of what you saw, your thoughts on this?
I saw most of this one actually.
Okay.
So, I mean, it went about as I expected, especially the ending. He and along with what Ego's saying, I think Roman pretty much does what he wants at this point. Sometimes I think, the big star is like, look, I got some stuff to do afterwards, so I don't want to wait around to the end of the show. Sometimes I feel like, and he's got enough credit. He can do whatever he wants. But this match went exactly what I thought. He got the Shula Fala back. And now he goes to Street Fighter because he's injured.
Right,
Although
yeah.
I would say that something weird about the Tsunami Splash. A few of them looked kind of weird. I don't know what it was. It just something about the execution looked awkward.
Okay.
Like the match in general.
No, I mean specifically Bronson Reed at the end with the tsunamis. It just.
Oh yeah.
I almost felt like he was going to fall, like he missed a step or two.
I think he was really tired.
Okay.
I think he was tired.
That could have been it too.
Yeah.
So
because I legitimately thought he was going to botch.
Matt, your first thoughts on this?
Well, following right up on what Brett has said, I think Bronson Reed was very tired at the end of that match. I mean, I don't want to say he's out of shape, but he's clearly carrying an extra 50 to 100 pounds around,
Right.
And I mean, he's a big, strong guy, athletic, but he would do well served by, getting rid of the NFL lineman build and slimming down to.
I mean, you saw him when he went out with his with his ankle injury. He actually has lost some weight.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
That being said, let me correct slightly what I said before. I enjoyed 2 matches. I thought the ending to this one was wrong. I know Roman was going out. I think Reed should have won the match and set up an immediate rivalry for when he comes back, like to get his revenge on him and all that. I mean, that's just a put out, but to get the victory back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Roman would not have lost anything by losing this match, especially if it was a little heelish assistance.
Okay, so here's my thought on this. I picked Roman to win because this is really a very short feud. It's going it's basically going for his shoes. He wants his shoes back. Now, this match would have been fine with the post-match angle, would have been fine if they hadn't kept doing it every week on Raw for the last month. It's the same ending every single time.
When the formula works, why deviate?
Because at
I
some point
know.
it gets boring. It becomes so predictable. And this is, I'm sure we'll talk about later on. This again, the match in and of itself was fine. I like the result, and Roman goes off now is written off TV, and this sets up something for later on that we saw on Raw. Now there was hold on. The guy says, I thought they were going to set up Braun versus Roman, Spear versus Spear, but not.
Lord.
I don't know. Probably not for a while. And again, that may be a Mania match. Who knows? But then we had a match that was added the night before on SmackDown. We had the Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six for the tag team titles. I'll go first on this one. It was fine. It was a TV match. Nothing really special. Kind of teasing the breakdown of the Street Profits right at the start of the match. Okay. Frankly, as weird as it is to say, the best tag team on SmackDown is Carmelo Hayes and Miz right now.
Oh.
They are the most over tag team okay, it's so weird. During the Euro tour, folks were chanting, "We want Miz."
Wow.
I know. Quick thoughts, Matt, on the tag tag team match. But before we do that, I've already been informed. We have a goal of double-digit likes. We are already at 8, folks. So make sure, hit that like button. Cost you nothing. It's free. And if you look down below in the description, we all have YouTube channels as well. There's also links to that lovely Joker Voice merch store, which is the most comfortable shirt on the internet. One of my friends, Sammy, has confirmed this. So, if you don't mind,
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
and this says, Kai says, I like Loomis. Casey have no chemistry and the move set is too slow. They're interesting. I'll give them that much. So, Matt, quick thoughts on the tag team title match.
Well, the TV match. I mean,
yeah,
the Y6. They're barely mid card because they get no real play anymore. You know, most of the tag teams do the same things over and over again. You know, I mean, it's like W has said, it's fuck the mid card or frack the mid card. Well, let's just keep developing the same top guys, which what you were saying before about redoing over and over again. They're doing repetition of these same 10 guys over and over again, and we're getting tired of it.
And there's no story. That's the problem. There's no story with anything here. Brad, of what you saw.
This was one of the ones I literally just watched highlights of and read some commentary.
You didn't miss much.
I know, honestly, and I agree. Just based on what I've read and saw, it's just like, why is this even here? They needed some time filler. And just 2 points. Wyatt 6 have completely been botched from when they first premiered. They've screwed this up entirely. And Triple H apparently does not care about tag teams anymore.
Well, which is weird because the best thing on SmackDown is the tag team. The tag teams. They get more screen time than anything else.
Then you got booked better.
Well, I mean, there's that.
I mean, I could have watched this on SmackDown. I mean, it would have made sense if it were Saturday night's main event. I mean, Montez is it Montez Ford? Is that who it is?
Yeah, that's the Bee's husband.
Oh, that is a freak of nature, man. Like him clearing the post.
He's amazing.
He's amazing. I see why they're gonna have to break up, and as soon as that breaks up, I'll probably watch more of it and see what he does when he's in the singles side of things. But I mean, yeah, it was okay. It's just there's no story. Like there's more of a story between the Street Profits than they had with the Wyatt 6. And this is coming off the heels of that 10-man tag monstrosity they had last month. So to go from that to just SummerSlam. To go from 10 to just 4 and have half the story that the 10-man tag did, it's like, what are we doing? It was just okay.
Then came this monstrosity. This match fucking sucked.
Mm-hmm. For one particular
Watch this,
reason.
folks.
Yep.
Hang on.
Got to back it up. You missed the
Disaster kick.
Oh, you know what this is like?
Do you know why?
Do you remember?
Do you know why? Why? Because Nikki Bella is a horrible worker who hurts people.
Okay. I guess Matt's going first on this one. Matt,
the Bella twins are horrible wrestlers. They're horrible workers. They hurt people all the time. No one really wants to wrestle them. And they're both wrestle equally badly. Becky was basically trying to avoid being injured while avoiding. But you couldn't. Why they put her in here? I guess because of merch. I mean, it's only a logical reason because of merch and sales and all that. But she is all horrors. There's no one. There's not a single living person who can make a Bella look good in a wrestling match and who wants to wrestle them.
Okay, Brad, thoughts?
That reminded me of the 1983 classic Return of the Jedi when Luke Skywalker tried to kick one of Jabba's guys on a skiff, totally missed, but the guy still reacted. At least he could say it was a force kick. That was freaking terrible. Becky should have just stood there and said, "You fucking botched it, bitch," rather than try to sell it. I watched 1 minute of this on YouTube, and that was more than enough.
Ego.
So the first thing I noticed is that I've never seen Brie Bella
Nikki.
ever wrestle.
Nikki.
Shit, they sound the same to me. I'm sorry if they're very different.
Wow. Are you saying that the white girls look alike?
No, just them. Just them. Just those two.
They're both equally bad, my friend. They're both equally bad.
No, I am so glad I missed whatever era she was in, because I've got one eye and I'd rather put it out than watch her wrestle again. The thing that I noticed was
wrestling both of them combined.
Nikki tried to do a slide into through the ropes while while Becky was standing on the outside. I was like, yo, she caught her like right in the shin, like between her ankle and her knee. And I'm like, you can fuck up, you can shatter her shin, or you can actually fuck up her knee or her ankle the way that she did it. Thankfully she caught it and like fell to the ground. But I mean, that is how you hurt people. And as a heel, the minute you botch that move, if you're a heel, you point and you laugh, or you hit it with a Samoa Joe. Like, that's what I would have done for a botch that bad. And then there's the head smashing that wasn't head smashing. I was like, yo. I was like, you know what? I normally want to give WWE great Emmys for the camera work, but they're just like, look how terrible this bitch is. It's so bad. Okay. We have to show the botch.
Let me give my take on this real quick.
Go ahead.
Nikki was not a good wrestler during the Divas era. She's not a good wrestler now. She never was. When she came out, once her music hits in France, which is a hot crowd, hot crowd, she got booed.
Rightfully so.
She got booed. There is no reason to have her back. Okay, if she wants to come back, be like a manager or something, fine.
Yeah, make her be a manager.
I have no problem with that. Do not go in ring. You were not good in your era. And when you're on a roster with the likes of Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria, Stephanie Devacare, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, where do you fit in that? Answer, you don't. Matt, final thought.
Ego. That was not a botch with that miss kick. A botch is an accident. That was a deliberate attempt by Becky not to get kicked in the head, Goldberg to Bret Hart style.
That is also fair. I'll accept that. I understand. That makes sense.
Okay. Then we had an okay match, a TV match, a bad match. Then we got a good match. This was a good match. Good old-fashioned Donnybrook. Two guys who just like to throw meat and are just big guys doing big guy things. I think, could this have been a TV match? Sure. This was Sheamus's first singles PLE match in 3 years. And of the matches they have had, this was by far the best. Ego, thoughts on a good old-fashioned Donnybrook?
That was a fun match. I thought this was the most fun match of the night for me. I thought it was going to be a sleeper. I was like, I don't want to watch this. There's nothing that pertains to me that I want to see, and they made it actually a fun match. I mean, they were using everything. Shillelagh's table, that was great. I'm not sure how I feel. The bar, yeah, that was cool. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about the Shillelagh submission, but I mean, it worked. Rusev did need this for me, so I liked it. It was a fun match.
Great. Matt, thoughts?
I really like this match. It's probably my favorite of the whole thing, not just because of the hardcore match, because these two guys, a pro wrestlers, put on a show, telling a story of two tough guys, seeing who the tougher man is, with some past heat between them from years ago. I loved one thing they did with the double table setup. See, for those, we'll get to my pet peeves later with this, but well, it's kind of traditional that the guy who sets the table goes through the table. Both of them set up a table, so you couldn't predict who was going to go through the table. You know?
Right.
And I like the use of the props. I wish One of them got smashed to one of those jugs and had some fake bourbon board all over them. That was my one kind of thing. But
Right.
otherwise, all the spots were sound. They looked wrestling realistic, so to speak. The engineered shillelaghs breaking properly without looking like they messed someone up badly. Good use of a kendo stick. Like I said, this is the best match on the card.
Yes, I would agree with that. Then we had, which I want to say the one more thing about the Becky Nikki match. This is now 2 PLEs in a row that Becky's had bad matches. Just saying. One was her fault, one was not. Then 2 good matches in 2 PLEs in a row, 2 good matches for now babyface John Cena versus Logan Paul. I thought this was a very good match from Cena. He's pulling out all the stops right here. I mean, he's hitting moves I've never seen him hit. He hit angel wings. He pulled out his Styles Clash, kind of an homage that he's not going to be facing AJ by year's end. And Logan was good, but he's been way better in the past. This is not his best match. Brad, thoughts on this match?
This is one that I actually watched and I enjoyed it. I was really interested, like the reaction Cena got. I was trying to hear what the crowd is saying, but it didn't sound like Cena sucks.
No.
It was something else. I couldn't quite get it.
It was in French.
Was it French? Cena sucks?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised. It's almost like John Cena now cares again, at least about going out in style, making it look like he's caring. And, what you're saying about Logan Paul, I wonder if he intentionally pulled back a little bit because, let's be serious, John Cena is limited in his abilities. And we've seen what Logan Paul can do, and dude is athletic as hell.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they just dialed him back a notch to make it good. But I also like the exchange of, the AAs and everything back and forth. I do have to talk about that later on. That's a talk about later on, but I kind of like stealing the moves in a way because I feel like that's a Logan Paul thing to steal your opponent's move. I feel like that's a good thing for him to do. But I enjoyed this match.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Ego, thoughts?
It was good. A part of me wondered if because of John Cena's age that Logan Paul slowed it down a little bit. Still made it a good match. It's gonna kind of bleed into one of my. It was gonna bleed into an issue that I have that we'll talk about later. We will talk about later. But it was a good match. I mean, it was just good. It wasn't the best one that I'd seen for either one of them, but it was good. It was good.
And then came for the world heavyweight champion. Whoa, Matt. Sorry, Matt. Go on.
So I like the first third of this match a lot. And credit to these two guys for, in terms of the wrestling ability, they coordinated well and did well and all that. So I'm not disputing execution or all that. By the time they, especially Cena, started pulling out other wrestlers' moves and they got constantly no sells and kicked out of, that's one of my, you'll hear later on the list. So basically, we now know that the Styles Clash cannot finish Logan Paul. We know that this other move can't finish Logan Paul. So what's the point of ever wrestling those guys now? You know what I mean? Like, you cannot weaken. Well, later. I'll tell you later. So for that reason, I am down on this match.
It was a faux Styles Clash. It wasn't a real Styles Clash.
Styles Mash. Okay.
And then for the main event, World Heavyweight Championship, Fatal 4-Way. Seth Rollins, CM Punk makes sense. LA Knight makes sense. Why this guy was in this match was just for an entrance.
It's right there. The 4 letters on his glasses. That's why.
He had no business being in this match. I know Ego probably does not.
You're just trying to make Ego leave.
No.
I mean, it's getting close. He's getting close.
Okay.
It's getting close. It's getting close.
So, Ego, your thoughts on this match?
I was furious. I am smiling, but in the inside, I'm furious. Just the ending. It's not even that. It's the ending and the confusion that I don't like.
Whoa. So, did you actually think Jey Uso was going to walk out with the championship?
Did you think that Jey Uso was going to take the pin?
Oh, you poor baby.
Hey,
Mine was more likely.
Going to take the pin.
Mine was way more likely.
Okay, but all I said was he's not taking the pin. I was right. I'll take that. I didn't know he was going to leave with it or not. I just said he's not.
That is so cute.
I will not be silenced.
Let him make his point. Let him make his point. However bad they are, he has to make them.
It's not even that. It's just it's a problem that I've been getting to see with Fatal 4-Ways. That I don't like. It just kind of bleeds into it. The match made me furious. I don't know how other way to say it. It was an irritating and annoying end. I do not like that.
Brad, thoughts?
It's an okay match. Again, Wise. The bottom line is it didn't need to be a fatal 4-way. That's the bottom line. Just had Punk and Rollins. That's all you need. They're just trying to give LA and Jay something to do. Jay's going to be clearly doing something later on. Thank God, back to where he belongs. LA Knight is an upper mid card dude. I think that's it for him. The story is Seth. The story is Seth and Punk, and the ending is all story. That's why this happened.
Okay. Matt, your thoughts on this match?
The match itself was okay-ish. Though I did enjoy the ending because it sets up story. It hopefully gets Becky in the vision.
Whoa. Ego, did you just give the ending angle a thumbs down?
Oh yeah, it was a thumbs.
I thought I said thumbs up.
I thought he just liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, I was gonna give it a thumbs up.
But you did this.
I know. Thumbs down. Awful.
No, that was brilliant. Brilliant.
Well,
but like I said, this match was worth it for the angle at the end. Yes. And the guys did good work in terms of the moves and stuff. There were no major botches. So, I don't know if this should have been I guess because of the stinger at the end, it had to be the final thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, okay. It would have been interesting if briefly Rusev and Sheamus roll out there and brawl a bit and roll back, like just
like they were still fighting,
brawl, whatever. Yeah, just like the ref and the match go, "Oh my God, you can't stop those idiots!" And then they just roll it, just to give it a little more like the first half of the match was just just a bunch of guys doing moves. You know what I mean? There was no story until the end. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, so I think 3 out of 4 are correct here. One of them's not. The ending angle of the match is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, because this feeds into now Seth Rollins being this slimy heel character now. And we saw this
woman out.
And we saw this on Raw. And yes, Becky Lynch is part of the vision now because of the promo that she cut, the way she acted,
great,
and then she pulled this tweet where she said, "We run this hashtag. We run this hashtag the vision." Now, in the absence of Paul Heyman, it gives a different voice now to kind of also be a mouthpiece. Now, I did hear some folks trying to say, "Oh, this is just like the Death Riders," and I'm like, no, because Becky has something that Marina Shafir does not have: a personality. Stop me when I'm telling lies. So, hey, hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Fractured. Which, by the way, I just got word, folks. We are already at 10 likes, not even a half hour into the show. So we have next week a segment that we've been trying to get for a while. We got the double did you like? Let's set a new goal. By the time we hit top 5, between 12 and 15, I think we could make that happen, folks. So let's talk about some of the things that happened on Monday night, as they're going to lead into something else. Now, everything is now leading toward Wrestlepalooza.
Oh, God.
September 20th, the first premium live event with the new partnership with ESPN. So I will say, I was hot about. Okay, Matt would agree with you, and the
I
answer
agree too.
Yep.
I do.
No.
I agree.
and you're both wrong.
Hey.
I do not need to see that. Now
You just can't have 6 foot 5 guys wrestling
okay.
women. You gotta have like
Now
Sure.
in the previous regime, Becky would have definitely eaten a GTS in that spot.
Yes.
So we got our first official. We have one official match announced. Should have been on Sunday because it was right there. But no, we had to wait to get an announcement, and now we have to wait even longer, 2.5 weeks, for the match that we already knew was supposed to be the match for the Women's World Championship. It's going to be Stephanie DeVaquer versus Io Sky. I've been saying it for the last few weeks. This is the match that should be. I'm infuriated by this. I know why they did it. I know why they moved the match, but it still doesn't make me any less happy, especially the way this thing has been handled. I'm going to go on my little rant here, and then I'll let you guys go here. Because Stephanie DeVaquer right now is ice cold, absolutely ice cold. She won the Battle Royal at Evolution, which guaranteed her a title shot at Clash in Paris. We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait now for that. Then she was in a 6-woman tag match, the Raw after, and she hasn't been in a match since on TV. She's had like 10-second segments. This will be her first time in the ring next week, and it'll be a contract signing, so it's not even a match.
Nope.
Now, I've been hearing a lot of folks saying, well, they should put the belt on Stephanie, put the belt on Stephanie, put the belt on Stephanie. No. I would love it, but no. After the 6 weeks where she hasn't done anything, that would make no sense. Now, there was something teased that they may try and make this into a triple threat with Roxanne in there. And that goes into something else I'm sure we're going to talk about later as well.
Yeah.
But they obviously moved this match to the September show because they're going to load this show up.
Yeah.
Absolutely load this show. And I'm not going to lie, this will probably be, and I think Matt and Brad will probably agree with me. As far as in-ring goes, this will be the best match of the entire show. These two ladies.
I mean, it depends what else they put on there, but yeah.
Yeah. One of the top matches, probably.
So, Brad, your thoughts on the announcement of the Women's World Championship match that we already knew was going to happen?
Yawn. I'm so excited they finally got around to this. Come on, guys. It makes no sense. They're wasting time. Although I will say this, Joker, you did bring up a good point. We haven't seen anything of Stephanie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have any build for her.
Correct.
And actually, I think that kind of ties into why I think you think she's not going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no build for the woman yet. She's a great wrestler, but she doesn't have.
She has no story.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like some guy coming off this. Yeah, honestly, it's more like Lyra Vicaria, who she had no story. She had a bunch of wings. Stephanie Vaquer is a much better wrestler than Lyra Vicaria, but she hasn't been able to develop her character and get the audience to know her character. I mean, from that sense, it makes sense that it got delayed. But even beforehand, they still should have been building her up before Naomi made the announcement.
Now, just to dovetail on that, I think they've mishandled both Stephanie and Julia.
Oh no, Roxanne's okay. You're right.
So because they brought them up pretty almost at the same time, like within a few weeks. Stephanie's had no story. Julia's had no story, and I think this is because they needed to make room. They needed to make room for Blake. Down.
In the NXT.
Oh. So they brought them up. They were very over with the NXT crowd. They were starting to get some little matches here and there showing up on the main roster. Let's just draw them up and not do anything with them. Matt, your thoughts on the match that we knew was going to be announced, finally being announced?
So we know this match is coming. Why aren't these two like? Why isn't there a storyline built to this match? Like, for example, let's say Io comes out for a match and Stephanie sneaks out and hits her with a chair or whatever.
Because she's a baby face.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm describing a general storyline. You know what I mean? Something along the lines of them having a rivalry leading into the match. You know, I mean,
because of the two, the only one that has a story is Io.
But again, that's why you have episodes to create a story.
Right.
W Creative is basically saying screw it, we're just gonna have a match. And
I don't mean to sound this negative, but does Stephanie's English okay still?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I think it's pretty. It's good
maybe I'm confused. I was confusing her with Julia. I knew both of them were from like South America or something, right?
Julia is from. She came from Stardom, so that's a Japanese profession.
Okay.
No,
okay.
But he means where they're from. He means where they're from, like their home country.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm talking language issues.
Okay. Julia speaks Japanese.
Yeah, but I mean from a storyline perspective, because I know Io's English is not great, so that's why she doesn't do a lot of speaking promos. Maybe I'm confusing Stephanie with someone else.
Stephanie understands English, but she does not speak it very well yet.
Correct.
Okay, so that I think is probably going to be laying into the problem of creating a storyline.
Well, but this is why they need managers,
which is why Kiana James is now the mouthpiece for Julia. Which I just got word. I said between a dozen and 15 likes. We're already at a dozen. So 15 is the goal, guys. 15 is the goal. We already have a segment for you guys next week, so 15 is the goal. Okay, Ego, your thoughts on the match that should happen?
I mean,
that is going to happen, which we all knew was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it gives you time to do a build-up, but I mean, I still would have wanted to see this in Paris earlier, build-up or not. I mean, we're saying this now, assuming there's going to be a build-up. I mean, what if it comes to it and there isn't one? I would say, you could have had this already. You would have and probably had the same result, but at least it would have been with a great crowd, and it would have been the best match of Clash in Paris. So, I guess it's going to be a good match, but I would have rather seen it at the last PLE. That's all.
Gotcha. Now, one thing else that came from Raw, which was the best segment of the entire night, which was the segment between CM Punk and Becky Lynch. And I just picked the wrong one. There we go. Okay, that's fine. So we got this segment between Punk and Becky Lynch. And for some reason, we're getting folks are getting excited about this because we're hearing stuff, and Punk says something to the effect of your husband's going to regret ever cashing in on me, and you're going to regret ever laying a hand on me. Becky slapped the shit out of him, which, by the way, when Seth's
funny as hell.
By the way, when Seth's music hit, and Becky comes out doing his walk, the glasses, the cadence, the laugh, that was fucking great, fucking great. And then we hear in a later segment, Punk is looking for Seth, looking for Becky, and Adam Pearce like they're gone. They went that way. They're in the car. You know where Seth works. You'll see him on Monday. And Punk's like, wait a minute. Where is SmackDown gonna be? Adam Pearce says, looks and goes, Chicago. Why? Punk just slaps him on the shoulder and says, tremendous. Again, teasing, not really teasing, but teasing. And then someone later on the night gave a tweet that just said 2 words, miss me? And I posted yesterday in our group chat, the Allstate Arena Tuesday was less than 700 tickets left for a sellout. WrestleTix updated it today. It's under 50 left for the rumor. And I've heard internally that Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer Live, and then later Fightful Sean Ross Sapp seemed to pretty much confirm that the plan for Friday is the return to the WWE after almost 10 years of AJ Lee. Now, Ego, as we talked about,
he knows all about AJ Lee.
No, he knows nothing about
Well, that's not
Lee.
true.
So
I thought AJ Lee was a dude, so I mean, I was caught off guard a little bit.
Okay, so
She was with John Cena.
John Cena.
John Cena.
So for Ego here, I'll go first, Brad and Matt, and we'll kind of explain AJ Lee. Now, this is the Divas era. It's not known for great in-ring work. I mean, there were a couple good workers like Mickie James, Beth, Natty started off in the Divas era. AJ was at the bottom of that tier, but above the
Bellas.
Else. What made AJ Lee great was her character.
Mm-hmm.
She wore cute little jean shorts. She wore like thigh high Chuck Taylors, like a little skater
ripped tank
chick.
tops.
Just like a little skater chick, but she could deliver a line. She has been credited as having the Divas pipe bomb, which if you've ever watched that promo, oh my God, the Bellas are just fucking insufferable, absolutely insufferable. And Nikki Bella at the time was dating Cena, and Nikki just gets cooked in these promos because AJ said, and Nikki, I hate to be the one to inform you, but wrestling talent isn't sexually transmitted.
Oh, that was her?
That's AJ Lee.
Damn. Yeah. Okay, that's yikes. Okay.
So I loved AJ Lee for the character. The character that she was. Brad, I'll let you go on this.
AJ Lee was like the difference in the Divas. I mean, like you're talking about, the actual wrestlers and everything. she had a different character. She had an edge to her that was nice and biting. And look, she was a little hottie too. Bottom line, she sold it well. She knew her character. She knew how to play what she was. She also, I think, recognized that, maybe she wasn't the top-notch wrestler, but she had more skill than most of the Divas roster. Now, what I was trying to remember, I remember she was like storyline aligned with John Cena at one point.
At first,
yeah. But I honestly don't remember, was she ever aligned with Punk?
Mm-hmm.
I for some reason I had a blank slate on that. I don't know if she was part of the Straight Edge Society or what at the time.
She wasn't. No.
Okay, I just didn't remember when they were aligned.
She was in like a she was in like a love triangle, but with her, Punk, and Daniel Bryan.
Okay, but I don't know if you want to get to do you want to know what I really think and what I'm concerned about?
Not yet.
Okay, that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay, now again with AJ Lee, if you ask me to name AJ Lee's top 5 matches, that's a struggle. I'm gonna like rack my brain. I mean, she had a feud with Paige, a feud with Caitlyn. Okay, sure, but again, and I'm sure Matt will probably agree. Aside from being easy on the eyes, it's the character of AJ Lee that sold her. Matt, your thoughts?
So again, she had a really good character. I don't want to like make it sound she's horrible. Like she's not. She's a clean worker. She doesn't hurt people. That's number one. When you're an average worker in terms of like skill set, if you work clean, you're better than average. You know what I mean? Right. And so she made everyone else like she could wrestle and make other person wouldn't look bad or anything. They wouldn't get hurt. They'd be clean matches. Longer matches, but 10, 15-minute matches at most, pretty solid. As far as the character goes, she was really good at promos. She had a nice sassy character with personality. The aforementioned female pipe bomb. And so, I'm glad she's coming back. I don't know with her age if she's gonna come back for a while or just a short run for this feud.
Right. I think maybe you may get. I think you may get. Well, we'll discuss it in a second. But she's going to be involved in something coming up very soon. Maybe the Rumble, and I could see her having a short program with Roxanne.
Yeah, because I don't think they would see like if she was going against Becky, you'd have she would have to win because she's the agreed face. So I don't think she'll go against Becky in a program.
No.
I could put over Roxanne,
Right, because Roxanne is, AJ and Punk have kind of like, they're like the home away from home mom and dad of Roxanne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Ego, does that give you a better picture of who AJ Lee is?
It's a better picture. I just got to see what she looks like, I guess, in ring. But I haven't heard her say anything.
Have you seen what she looks like now?
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think she's in great shape. It looks like she's in
great
shape.
She improved that special lifestyle that
right. But is she in ring shape? That's the question.
Well, okay, because she also worked on the show Heels, and she was
okay.
Oh, who is she?
She was the indie girl.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, yo!
Yeah.
Could he just go get the?
I don't think.
Her?
Yeah,
I don't think.
Oh,
especially with the reminder with Travis Knight, I don't think we're going to see anyone who is out of ring shape wrestling anymore.
Right.
Never mind. I saw Heels. I'm sold. I've seen Heels. I'm sold.
Yeah, Heels was a great show. Now this brings up what's possibly being teased as a match at Wrestlepalooza. Now we got an announcement today because counter programming is a thing. And I had heard Dave Meltzer saying that because September 20th is also All Out, AEW's basically their follow-up to All In.
Mhm.
Okay.
What
And-
the fuck?
And Dave Meltzer was saying, well, it's not confirmed that WWE is going to run the show on the 20th. Oh, shut up, Dave. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But let's talk about All Out first. Now, this is something significant because something else happened, as it will now air at 3 p.m. on Saturday, September 20th. This was originally supposed to go head to head with Wrestlepalooza.
Well, this is a true pay-per-view?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ain't no one doing that on HBO Max.
Who's going to pay $40 for this shit?
Okay, hang on. Because this was what we've been talking about for some time since this new media rights deal came into play, that AEW pay-per-views would be viewable on Max for a discounted price. Now, normally a pay-per-view is about $50. You're saving $10. Which, if you want to watch it on Max, guess what? You're actually paying more than you would be for your regular cable subscription.
You have to pay for Max.
Right. Getting it through your cable.
Unless you get Max through your cable free.
Which Max is a streaming service. So that's
No, Matt. Some services allow you to stream. They give you a subscription.
Yeah, there are package deals.
It's a package deal, but it's a free prescription, so you're getting all the ads and everything.
okay. So now the whole point is $39.99. This is an absolute fail on Tony Khan's part. And the fact that HBO or the Warner Brothers wouldn't give them more the money to play with here. Because had you gone this down to like $29.99, $24.99, okay, now you're actually saving money as a consumer. At least that's how I would view it. This isn't not a win. And plus, nobody watches AEW on Max anyway. Well, hey, that might get you a few drinks. I'm just saying. So now the fact that they're changing the time, they're bumping it up early. This was supposed to be at 5 p.m. 4 or 5 p.m. East Coast time. No, Pacific Coast time, and run at the same time as Wrestlepalooza. The fact that they moved it up, again, it goes back to what I said, what WWE is really attempting to do. They don't give a fuck if AEW sells out the Scotiabank arena. They don't care. They're in this to do what? Steal headlines. And unfortunately, AEW is kind of in a bad spot now because your two top guys are going to be out for an extended period of time. Swerve from Forbidden Door is going in for surgery on a torn right meniscus, which you will love to hear this. He's been working on that same knee since 2019.
Good God, that man.
What's left to repair?
Yeah.
And Will Ospreay had not one, two herniated discs in his neck, which Ego best case scenario, if it's just to clean some stuff out, he's out for like what, 6 months? But if
6 months, yeah. I mean, depending on how high up it is, I mean, yeah, 6 months. I mean, if it's herniated, you got to do a fusion. I mean,
but if something has to be fused, he's out for at least a year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you can do the shots if it's herniated. I guess that's only going to get you so far, but I think, I mean, depending on how high up that is, that's, man, being generous is 6 months. I mean, it's probably going to take a year if he's got to have them removed and fused.
Well, he's in his 30s, so it's probably at least a year no matter what.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. I think you'd probably want to err on a year just to be safe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. The spinal, yeah, man. Yeah, that's, oof.
Well, the other side of the market is that pro wrestlers are a lot of them are insanely capable athletes who their bodies do things that, I mean, I saw at least 15 times on Clash in Paris that I literally would have died from the maneuver that these guys did, like nothing.
Yeah.
No.
So as of right now, you've got the only match you've got announced is Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, which you spoiled the reunion in Toronto at Forbidden Door because Tony is like a preteen who found his dad's naughty mags and just he's a one hump chump when it comes to this. Had to get the reunion out first. Should have waited for Toronto, where they're both from. They've got one match announced against them and FTR. Who cares?
Well, the other match is the Hurt Syndicate up against Ricochet and his new cronies.
Oh, yeah, who cares? No one cares about that. No one cares, Matt. No one cares.
Well, you don't care for sure.
No one does. Okay, sickos maybe care. But just from what we've had from just speculation, possible matches on the WWE side. We know
By the way, I wish they had sent Brock out to he wasn't. I know.
Overseas.
I know, but it would have been glorious. Every time he shows up, Brock just messes him up.
Yes, we know.
Okay, so speaking of Brock Lesnar, match that has yet to be made official, Brock Lesnar versus Cena in one of Cena's final matches, which after this weekend, after the weekend of the 23rd, John is down to 5 appearances left. You're probably going to also get Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. This should be a very good match. Mm-hmm. And here it is, folks. CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. You get the World Heavyweight Champion, Women's IC Champion on the card in a match where their title is not on the line. And probably what could be the best match of the night, Io Sky versus Stephanie Devacare. We also saw teased on Monday Night Raw, possibly the Usos coming back against the Braun Brawns. And that, I mean, so already there, we're at 5 matches there. We're going to probably get, and I would not be shocked if this card has 7 matches.
That's fair.
Loaded up.
Jesus, how long is this going to be?
They'll probably do
what two you
match for sure.
Okay, now, as much as I hate to say it, they'll probably run Tiffany and Jade again.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Great. Can't wait for Jade to
Well,
win.
again, because why? Because you're going to put Jade was former AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a former TNT champion on the card, a former TBS champion on the card, a former world champion on the
Hold
card.
I need to amend my tropes.
Oh, yeah. Because AEW is going to get crushed. Absolutely crushed.
Agreed.
Viewership
But,
wise.
but Christian and Edge are getting back together, man.
Yeah. And you know what? And CM Punk is still the biggest star in AEW and the biggest draw. Because you've heard the joke.
That video solved all the issues. That was great release, guys.
Because you've heard of the joke, right? What is the difference between a pencil and the elite? A pencil can draw.
Dang, man.
I see. It's a play on words.
Yes, play on words. Which we've got, as you've been probably guessing, we've been alluding to a lot of things this entire show. And this leads us into the staple of this show. And that was the wrong one again. I picked the wrong one again. Wrong button. It's this one, folks. It is the ones and ends Overbooked Top 5. The way this works, we have a category.
My audio just died. I'll be right back.
Okay. Our number 5 pick gets 1 point. Our number 1 pick gets 5 points. And at the end, our legal expert, who counts in 6s, not 5s, will give us a scientific, definitive ending total. So we will have an actual winner of this. And we have our top 5 pro wrestling tropes that are just way overused and simply need to go. And I got word earlier when I said that we would like to get 15 likes before we get here. We are at 15 likes, folks. You guys are kicking ass and taking names. Again, make sure to check out all our channels. Subscribe to all our channels. Give this thing another thumbs up. Let's get to maybe our record is 16. Let's see if we can beat that by the end of the top 5.
I say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
Thank you, Harley. All right, so Ego, your number 5 tropes of professional wrestling that simply need to go.
You know what? Y'all not going to believe this. And I only have it at 5. Words after strikes. And by that, I mean, it came to a head when Jey Uso was one off against LA Knight. I had to choose between Yeet and yeah. It was too much. It needs to stop. I'm okay. It's a trope. I'm extending it to the crowd. I really wish the crowd in general would stop doing that.
Okay, I'm trying to classify this for record keeping purposes.
Yes.
So are you saying the wrestler saying his catchphrase as he does a hit, or the crowd saying it?
The crowd saying
crowd? I mean, if you want to say both, that's fine. I'm okay with either one of those.
Crowd being a clapping seal.
Yes, that works.
But that's a wrestling tradition that goes back at least to the 1950s.
Right.
I understand.
chant.
I'm just like, I know, but I'm okay with boo. Yeah, that one's cool. But yeet, yeah, we need to stop.
Don't worry,
that.
It will fade in time like Lane Event's career.
Word.
Which, by the way, Ego, before we move on, this is the first show of September. So, do you have the total from last month?
I do, yes. And the winner for August is Brad with 8.
Wow.
Narrowly beating out me and JV with 6. Yeah, Brad wins at 8. Wow. And that's with him being out a week.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. Well done.
It's kind of like he knows how to drop zingers. He's probably had practice in court.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to think on my feet.
All right, Brad, you're number 5.
You know, actually, I was very tempted to go with what Ego said. with the crowd chant, because we've been living with what for damn near 25 years, and I'm sick of it.
Right.
But the problem is, this is a wrestling trope that needs to end, which implies to me by that means something that the wrestling company can end. You can't stop fan interaction, but you can stop wrestlers and programming from being a certain way. And one thing I would really like is for all wrestlers to be suffering from amnesia. They forget when they're friends with someone and then they become enemies with someone. They become friends with someone again. They become enemies with someone. Like, oh my God, my friend just turned on me, even though he turned on me 6 or 7 times before. I just think,
are you referring to any two in particular?
well, I mean, obviously you have Kevin and Sammy, but I honestly kind of think that's their friendship at this point. But like, it's just like,
so basically, so you want wrestlers to go back to having the memory of a goldfish?
that would be an aspirational goal, but that'd be nice. I know it's not going to happen. I know it's a terrible trope. But again, I'm a guy who likes storylines. I like continuity. I like canon being a thing.
Okay, so
it's not going to happen.
My pushback against that is if you want to tell long-term stories, wrestlers need to have need to remember things.
Well, they do get a lot of concussions. I will agree with that.
Okay, there you go.
But that's still one of the things. That's why it's number 5.
All right, Matt, you're number 5.
I'm trying to phrase this the right way. So this is a storytelling thing. Heels need to win cleanly most of the time. There's a habit in wrestling now in all the major federations of heels winning most of their matches due to dastardly deeds and outside interference. This is why you need a mid-card, so heels can go over cleanly over mid-carders. One of the best guys, we saw Rusev this weekend. Rusev would go over the mid-carders without having outside interference or use a weapon or whatever. And only have to be a healer's tactics at the top level, back when he was the first time, right? But now it seems all the time heels are winning even matches against mid-carders by outside interference, by getting weapons and whatever. And you don't get strong heels that way. So they need to do better storytelling with heels and victories.
I'm going to label that no cheating heels. Does that seem well? Asterisk.
Reduce cheating heels.
Reduce cheating.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 5 is the overuse of triple threats and multi-person matches for title matches. It's overused.
Wait, what? Doing what for title matches?
Triple threats or multi-person matches. It's overused because for some reason, and this is why I said that they might insert Roxanne into this Women's World Championship match, is because the WWE, because Io's a face, Stephanie's a face, they're both considered top ladies. They don't want either lady to take a loss. So you throw in Roxanne. Roxanne's in there to take a pin. So neither Stephanie or Io has to take a loss. Which, by the way, this whole thing, by the way they've handled Stephanie, if Stephanie loses a match to Io Sky, what does she lose? Nothing. Nothing. So, overuse of triple threat and multi-person matches in title matches. It's getting ridiculous. Ego, you're number 4.
Man, the super kickoff.
Young Bucks.
Yeah, it took an amazing
and a Jey Uso match too, right?
We're not talking about that. That's not what I meant by that.
You didn't mean it because the truth hurts.
You know what? You try to be in a safe space and it's not safe.
Oh, you poor baby.
All I'm
not
saying
safe
is
for Jey Uso to hold a title that long. That was too long.
say,
go on, sir, please.
It took a once beautiful finishing move that you didn't expect, or it was the RKO. It could come out of nowhere, and then they changed it into a thing that's just a mid-match setup for another move that doesn't have quite as much impact as Sweet Chin Music as I originally saw it from the late 90s to today. So yeah, we got to retire the super kickoff. It's irritating.
Wow. Seems a moment of clarity. It's almost like he's growing up or something.
Don't worry.
Brad, you're number 4.
I'd like to get rid of contract signings because this is a waste of time. If you want to do a promo, do a freaking promo. But the whole idea of the contract signing is ridiculous because they're treating it like a boxing match. You know, you got the contract signing, you got the weigh-in. We know this is all already scheduled you don't need to sign the contract. And the perfect example of it was this year I had to bring it back up. Io and Bianca were going to have their match and they had a contract signing. And then suddenly Rhea shows up and knocks them out and puts her name on the contract. And that's legal, apparently, says the lawyer.
So that's not legal? That's not.
No, that's not quite. It's a little different than how actual contracts work. But
okay,
it's just it's stupid.
He would know.
Yeah, I do that every day. Not fake contracts. I do it with real ones. It's stupid. It's ridiculous.
You just made the list.
Everyone knows what wrestling is, and the whole idea of the contract signing is ridiculous. Just have a better promo in the ring. Contract signing is stupid.
Okay, Matt, you're number 4.
So this actually was mentioned earlier in the Nikki Wade WWE Wade. But it's been well known for a long time that 90% of the time, whoever sets the table goes through the table. So they need to find a way, and it usually involves having the stuff set up ahead of time, but can also have like in triple threat match, we're having the third guy do the setup off camera. That's one way to do it. But we need to get when you see a guy set up a table, you know, sometime in the match he's going through it, or you just can see it coming. You know, they need to fix that.
Okay. My number 4, Ego, kind of similar to your number 4, only instead of just super kick fests, finisher fests. I mean, I'll use some examples here. I did watch a recent Will Ospreay match. The guy goes for the hidden blade, either hits it or attempted it 7 times in a match.
Right.
The swerve, the house call, that side head kick at least 5 times in the match between Cody Rhodes and Cena at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes, 5 crossroads. The final sequence, he hit 3 in a row. If you need to hit your finisher 3 times in a row to pin your opponent, you need a new finisher. I love finishers like Drew McIntyre's, the Claymore kick. I love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the RKO is the one of the best. Lives. These are finishers that almost nobody kicks out of. Io's the moonsault, Tiffany's moonsault. You know,
leg drop.
Shut up. You know when these moves, when that move is hit, it's pretty much over. 99 out of 100 times. Finishers, that's why they're called finishers. Finish a match. Too many finishers. Ego, you're number 3.
Number 3 for me is y'all have said it before, contract signings. Huge waste of time. I understand the attempted pomp and circumstance of it, but I mean, even when I was at Wednesday night's Overbooked in San Antonio and they did the contract signing between, I think, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, like, my wife thought a match was really happening. And I'm like, damn, it almost seems like you did all that to make a match that was kind of happening, but it's just to literally put pen to paper. I wish we go back to the days when they say, hey, you and you are going to wrestle at insert PLE here. And then there's a reaction like, oh my God, I didn't want to do that. I can't believe this has to happen. And then we have to wait until the PLE. Like, there shouldn't have to be a contract signing for something that the manager already said. Do you get what I mean? Like, it just seems like a waste of an actual match that you can put in there for that 10 to 15 minutes, because that's how long the whole thing takes. Like, between everyone getting their call out music and the whole pomp and circuit, it's like 15, 20 minutes. I can watch a match in that time frame.
I have less of a problem with the contract signings. With the only exception is do something different, because it's the same thing every time. Someone goes through a table.
That's what I mean. That's what I meant with the contract signing. It's just the same thing over and over.
Yeah, true.
Right.
That's fair.
Brad, you're number 3.
I'm going to call this the Blank City match, which is basically a hardcore match, and they just label it whatever's
street fights.
Well,
street fight match.
Most of those names are historic. They should just call them hardcore matches, but
but not anymore. Not anymore. That's the problem. So remember, didn't we have a Vegas street fight match?
Yes.
What did I say? That was during WrestleMania. What did I say? You got to make it specific to the place. Make them fight in a casino. If they're having a Parisian punch out, I want someone being struck over the head with a 3-week-old stale baguette that's hard as a rock. I want someone being slammed against the Eiffel Tower. I mean, if you're going to do it, don't just name it that way. Just call it a street fight, a hardcore match. You have to make it significant. Otherwise, you're just dumb.
So basically, if you're going to have a street fight, actually film it in the streets.
If you're naming it after a place, make it significant to the place.
Okay.
I think they're trying to avoid the word hardcore.
But still, you have to add flavor to they're not different. It's literally a hardcore match, street fight match. Just like, here's a Jersey City one. Here's a Brooklyn one. Here's a Boston one. It's all the same thing. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah. I complained about it for myself. I'm just saying that they're doing what they call nostalgia bait when they use those names.
Yeah,
I know. But a Texas death match had meaning.
Back when.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're number 3.
Okay, so I'll phrase this one right. I'm extremely tired of a guy coming out and saying, I'm going to fight you for that title, or I'm going to have a match for you tonight, and instantly getting that. No general manager saying, well, you earn that spot. Like there needs to be more storyline than I walk out there and say, Seth Rollins, we're going to have a title match tonight. And what did what did you do to earn that? Like the storyline where you earn those shots. Or you earn even for the non-title matches, like you went and walk out and challenge Sheamus. Sheamus, we're gonna go down tonight. Like what? They need to. Wrestling is supposed to be a pretend sports league, so we need to have the general manager and team pretending to organize these events. I mean, when do we see the fake general manager of Raw? After the fact, 9 out of 10 times. Yeah, but I'm saying I know it now. I call him the fake general manager to insult him. Like after the fact on cleanup, we never see him come out and say, or rarely say, I'm going to have a fatal 4-way, and whoever wins it gets a title shot next week, or I'm going to have a tournament for the next 2 weeks, and that guy gets a title shot. Something besides everyone walking out and saying, I'm going to get a shot at you or the title or whatever.
I'm just going to say match on demand.
Yeah, there you go.
So basically, any week of Dynamite then.
Pretty much.
All right.
Tony Khan back there, like, oh my, you're right.
My number 3, with very few exceptions. One thing that needs to go: overly long intros. I'm talking about you, Jey Uso. Nobody wants to. I mean, okay. At Mania.
He does.
At Mania. Came in through the concourse at Allegiant Field. It took him 10 minutes to get from there because he had to stop twice to catch his breath because he's doing this shit just to get to the ring. And then he's looking down the camera and says, hey, guys, in truck, would you do it again? Would you do it? Fuck you. No one does. Nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants that. I mean, again,
that was longer than it took for me to walk from the Trump to the Bellagio in Vegas.
I mean, very few exceptions. Very, very few. Like Taker. But Taker.
That's because Taker's worthy.
Yeah, because Taker's earned that. Roman has earned it, not quite to where Taker is, but he's earned a longer.
Cena's earned it. I'd say Cena's earned a long entry.
Yeah, but for the most part, overly long entrances need to go. So I'm talking about you, Jay Uso.
But they'd have to fill that time with matches, and they don't want to do that.
That's what commercials are for.
God forbid they put the mid-carders on, God forbid.
We have all these video packages to put on. Production.
There's 65 wrestlers sitting backstage at every event, and 10 of them.
That's what catering is for.
Ego, you're right there.
Just be your own people that hurt you the most. It's okay.
Seriously, no one cares.
Nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Later, Ego, you're number 2, sir.
All right, my number 2 is out of retirement matches. I can't do this anymore. I don't care. I will say this: if you were in the Hall of Fame, do not come out of retirement to wrestle. It's enough for me. You've been inducted to the Hall of Fame. No take backsies. I'm okay if you want to do like an overbooked thing where you come in and you have your little spot, but no full matches. No, I don't want. No. I can't see the shit that happened with Nikki Bella happening ever again. Stay retired. Do not come back. Don't even pass go straight to jail.
Are there exceptions though? I mean, Shawn Michaels has had 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the first one out of retirement?
Mania.
With who?
Taker.
He came back with trips.
I'm okay with you being done after that one.
I mean, Trish Stratus has had 3.
Ric Flair's had
Edge.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Edge has had multiple. Daniel Bryan has had multiple.
Outside of like you were medically retired and came back. No. After you say retirement match, like that's it. Done. Stop. No more. No more.
In the blood.
You need a transfusion to get it out the blood. No, I'm done. Out of retirement matches, stop. After you retire, you say it's your last match. You get thank you, insert name here. Done.
So
no.
So you have a problem. So you have a problem with AJ Lee coming back in this match then?
Actually, yes, I do. I'm like, once you're retired, you're out. To me,
it's enough of that nonsense.
He'll be back.
Oh, there he is.
Hated in his hometown. Prophet's hated in his hometown. All I'm saying, it's got to stop for me.
Brad, you're number 2.
Do you guys remember A Christmas Story?
Yes.
Ralphie?
Yes. Yeah, Ralphie. Do you remember the lamp, the leg lamp?
Yes. Fragile.
Fragile, exactly. Fragile. You know what's very fragile in the WWE? What? Referees.
Ooh, okay, I like it.
These are the most fragile flowers that ever existed.
Except Lil Nate. That guy's a beast.
Well, and the female referees, because you can't hit the women.
You can't hit the women.
Jessica Carr. Well, Jessica Carr is a wrestler.
Well, you know, if in a women on women match, female match, they could hit the referee out. I think that'd be fine.
That has happened.
But I mean, it's a classic thing. Like the ref gets hit, slightly hit.
The ref
bump. It's a ref bump. And next thing you know, after the pin is already going, you got Charles Robinson getting his cardio in for the day. So the ref
referee explode on contact, my friend.
I know, right?
They like start their
It's like-
consoles.
Okay,
you know?
It's like Mario jumping on a puka.
So do you want less ref bumps?
Less ref bumps.
Okay.
Less ref bumps, or just like, make them work out to take a bump, for God's they're athletic. Come on, they are athletic. But the whole idea of the ref bump is ridiculous. They're supposed to stay out of the way to avoid it, to call the match, and and then they're out for 5 minutes. For
Matt, you're number 2.
Okay. Just came up in the final match at Clash. The no selling of finishers and submissions on a regular basis. Okay. Too often they've devalued these moves so much that we could actually talk about the few that they don't. Okay. Now I don't object in a championship match if a guy kicks out of another guy's finisher once, maybe twice in a long match. But an elite level, like guts in there, right? But on TV, to see 3 or 4 kickouts of everything and to see guys dropping like submission holds and no one submitting on regular TV. And even
with the submission hold, that's just Jade because she doesn't know how to sell. So
yeah. But point is, they Vince had a saying that you got to avoid overexposure from anything, whether it's the wrestler, which they're overexposing wrestlers or whatever. But they're overexposing finishers and submissions, and they got to stop it real bad.
Okay. My number 2, with the exception of the last 2 weeks, for the last 5 weeks on Raw, the main event had the same finish: DQ, DQ finish, DQ finish, DQ finish, DQ finish. Again, because they don't want their top guys to take a pin. And this is just bullshit. There's nothing wrong with taking a pin. It builds story. If it's just a DQ finish, then it's just repetitive. It's formulaic. It's lazy. All right, Ego. The trope that has to go.
You know what?
Please say Jade Cargill.
Please.
I mean, that's
or Jay Uso.
It'd be that. I refuse. Anyway.
Oh, combo. Jade tag team.
I will toss my chair. Whatchamacallit? So I will say it's the multiple finishers. Like, that's gotta stop. Finisher means it's one move and that's it. I don't need to see Cody Rhodes do the crossroads 3 times unless it's Mania, I guess, because that would be a special time to do it. But I mean, you shouldn't have to do your move 5 minutes into the match, near fall. You go for it, try it 4 or 5 times, near fall. The Logan Paul John Cena match was that for me. Like, I watched 4 near falls. I'm like, just get it over already. Like, your finisher should be just that. Finisher. 1 time. Be done. I know it's kind of reductive, but 1 time, that's it.
Between SummerSlam and Clash, John has either attempted or hit the attitude adjustment 16 times.
Good God. That's a lot.
Brad, you're number 1.
Before I say this, I just saw something on one of the wrestling sites. Jey Uso has a new name.
What
is that?
He's no longer main event Jey Uso.
That's right, because he's not.
He is now Monday Night Raw.
Oh, fuck off.
That ain't me. That's
Ego. That's a shirt. Actually,
that's
now.
a shirt. That's a shirt. It's his name.
That sounds too close, like Mangina.
Ego just went to ask Shiro permission to order 20 of them.
The whole background would be that shirt next week.
I hate you guys.
You love us.
What? I'm sending you 2 of those shirts.
Oh, you poor baby.
I'm sending you 2 shirts. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Get different colors. So I think I'm kind of in line with all you guys. I have spamming finishers / nerf finishers, because it's just the excessive use of finishers to put away an opponent. It's become ridiculous. One of the things, and when I don't play it as much anymore, well, one of the things I did on WWE 2K is I increased the power of the finisher to make it a finisher. I mean, there are certain people that should be able to get out of it. Yeah,
Right.
but like if like I'm like playing John Cena and against Heath Slater and he kicks out after an A, that's a little shit. And that's kind of what we're getting. It's like 3, 4, 5 crossroads. How many spears? How many Superman punches? How many F5s? There was one time. How many? Like the F5 has lost its meaning. You've literally nerfed all finishers by allowing this to happen.
That's because Brock's going to bust out the F29.
Well,
okay.
Do you know, as of right now, in the WWE, who has the most protected finisher?
Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
It's been kicked out once.
Wow.
She hits that, it's over. It's done.
I appreciate that.
Give them time.
Well, I mean, and I think a very close or in that top 5 is Drew. I mean, that Claymore kick is beautiful. That's a beautiful finishing move.
They still protect the Razor's Edge.
No, because
Damian Priest does it.
Use it as a setup.
I mean,
Super
Rhea.
kick.
I mean,
Rhea
but like
uses it not as a finisher.
But I mean, super kick. You put number 4 super kick, and that used to be a finisher. So I kind of feel like that's bleeding in even.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
super kick, my number 1. Or what do we
You're
got?
number 1.
Well, you guys should know what this is for me. I can't stand it when I see it. Excess flow finishes. Just extending matches, not with actual storytelling, match work, and cool moves or whatever, or working the crowd, or outside interference, or anything. No, we're just going to have like 16 straight 2 counts back and forth, with roll-ups and whatever. And
2.99 count.
Yeah. And, oh, my God, it was almost a 3 count. Oh, my God, it was another almost 3 count. Like over and over again. And it just makes me want to, like, just hit pause, and not watch anymore.
Now, an exception to that. There was one of our match of the year candidates has had a lot of kickouts, but they made sense, and that was the WrestleMania Night 2 first match with Io, Bianca, and Rio.
But I would not say that's an excess. I would say that's part of the story. The excess is when all you see are these full finish after
so
full finish.
What you're saying is Cena, Rock, WrestleMania 29.
That's one of them, I guess. Yeah.
My number 1.
Cody. What was Cody's last match on a big pay-per-view?
Cena.
Yeah, Cody Cena had a bunch of them. I remember bitching about it when we talked about it.
My number 1, the what chant. It needs to be retired. It needs to be retired.
What?
Yes. Mostly because now it's just become a dick move. Because when Stone Cold had started the what chant, there wasn't quite the influx of international talent of people where English is a second language. So, or people with very thick accents. And when someone's trying to cut a promo and the crowd's just being a dick, and I'm like, oh, it's just getting annoying. Come up with something original. Go watch the Euro crowds, because they at least do something right. Oh my God, we can talk about it after the show. But yeah, the what chant has to go.
Definitely.
All right, I think with all the combinations and bleeding into, I think we have a clear one, Brad.
There's a clear one, in my opinion, and that's just the devaluation, the no selling finishers.
Okay.
I mean, there's different variations of it, of what's been said, but I think it's clear. Just multi finishers, bullshit finishers, kick out finishers. It's all the same thing, really. We're all saying the same thing. So that one's clear.
And number 2 was what?
I'm gonna have to go with crowd chant, including the what, because Ego had it as number 5. You had it as a number 1, and I expressed my opinion why I did not include it because I seriously considered it. But I have 6 points on that, with the what just being an example of the crowd chant.
Gotcha.
After that, we got a few. I mean, we got the faux finishes as 5 points from Matt. With the contract sign as number 5 also. But that's about it.
Okay.
It's tough to really judge this one, but the clear thing, I think the overall clear thing is the devaluation of what finishers used to be, whether it's a super kick, whether it's a spear, a Superman punch, and
RKO,
F5, whatever. They're just like the kick out. You can't keep kicking out of it. Maybe get one, but the second one's got to do it.
And a title match, premium live event, the big stage, boom.
But the thing is, you should build to the finisher. You should build to the finisher, not like 5 minutes in. Here's the finisher, and then another 2 minutes in. Here's another. Here's another. You get the finisher at like 10 minutes in. So, oh my God,
which is it may have been the boring setup, but Ric Flair would work a leg, work a leg, work a leg, work a leg, work a leg. It may have been dull to watch.
It's story,
but you knew what this was a setup for. And Brett would do the same. Brett would do the same thing. Leg back, leg back, leg back, leg back. Sharpshooters locked in. It's over.
Right.
All right. So, thank you everyone for being here. Before we get y'all out of here, Mr. LeftEyeEgo and his wanting of a safe space, which will never happen here. What do you have coming up, sir?
You know what? Just waiting for the wife and I to do Ordinary Games this Sunday at 6 p.m. Central. Also, we'll be having a special guest for an interview on Monday at, I believe, 6 p.m. as well. Look out for the thumbnail for that as well.
Gotcha. Very cool. And Mr. Duke Devil 95, the man who likes to take treks amongst the stars. What do you have coming up, sir?
Tomorrow night, I will be on Static 2020's weekend pregame, where we're bound to watch some awful TikTok videos and cringe for 2 to 3 hours. I wonder why we do this every week, because we all hate ourselves. Otherwise, go to my channel and watch all my Star Trek videos. I have reviews of Strange New Worlds, along with our continuing Wormhole Watch. We are a good way through season 2, about ready to get through the slog and get to the good stuff.
Gotcha. And Mr. Bacon-loving Matt, the man with that meat candy there, the Unbearable 73. What do you have coming up, sir?
Tomorrow night, I think we'll both be on for Hell and High Water, Modern Western. We're reviewing a Roman show. Obviously, next week we'll be on Wednesdays Overbooked. This weekend on the Questioners, there'll be a drop of we're talking about this week. Usually about censorship and stuff like that in video games and books and movies. So that's
gotcha. And as for myself, I would like to thank new subscribers over the last few days. I started last week just under 750. In 1 week's time, I'm just under now 760 subs. And my Monday video I posted is now my most viewed video in my channel's history. It just passed 1,100 views. So thank you guys for everyone. And who knew talking about a band that has been associated with WWE a few times would make that happen. But yes, be sure to check everyone out. We have a special segment for you guys next week. And on behalf of everyone here at Wednesday Nights Overbooked, I would like to say, keep talking, keep smiling, always have fun, and until next time, toodles! Take care.
And here we go.
Because, like gravity, all it takes is a little push.